We're just going to give a quick demonstration of how to build a station batch with Liquid on the latest tools. Okay, just so give your config a name, press next, leave it in metric. If you want to use heart, you can configure it here, but we're just going to leave it as one IO board. Going to create a station with Liquid. You're going to use option 3, and we're going to have batching and product table. Now add some streams to add Liquid. Turbines. And we're going to connect them to station 1. Okay, and as it's saying, we need no batching, no product tables in each. So we haven't selected those, so we'll go for option 2, batching. We won't. You can leave the valves in. We need product table. Repeat for the other streams, batching. And then next. Then we can finish the once your config's built, you see we've got the densitometers there, we've got the header temperature and pressure, got some valves. So we'll start from the top. Set your units, in metric, they're the standard numbers for this. Your report, you've already got a batch ticket generated or created, and it'll store up to 20. You can change that number to whatever you wish. Okay, so we'll go on to the IO. Because we've got some valves, we need to configure some of those. We won't do them all, but just give you an idea, we're just doing stream 1's input and output. But you just repeat the same path all the way down to the valves you need, and if you want any prover control. Same with the digital outputs. Just going to do stream 1 input valve. But you would just repeat this for the other additional streams when you need them. Analog inputs, just configure them. They're going to default to keypad values, which is good enough for this demonstration. We'll leave the densitometers because we'll do them as a density input. Like most features, if you are configuring, even if you're only doing one stream to start with, I would go through and configure all of them, because occasionally you find some unusual features if you don't configure certain streams. Okay. And densitometers we will just assign to the frequency inputs. And the only thing we really need now is just the turbines. We're just going to give them single on channel 1, channel 2, and channel 3. Obviously, if you can dual pulse, you'd need more IO board to be able to handle that. Communications we'll leave as is. For your station, you've got your product tables. You can set those up to your different products. So the moment product 1 is crude, product 2 we could make into a complete refined, and you could keep going down through the list like that. Okay. At the moment, you've got volume load batching. That will literally require a quantity to batch set up in the define each time you build something, or from your batch stack, which come to in a second. You do mass load. There is some other functionality there. And then you've got continuous volume load and continuous mass load. The continuous literally will just keep going. You send the message to start the batch. When you end the batch, it'll stop the batch and generate the report. But at the moment, we're just going to leave it on volume load, so we need some numbers involved. You can put the numbers in here as default, but you can also set them for the stack. The other bit down here, identity change. Because we're working on products, if you've got one product flowing through the pipes and then the product changes, we will detect the identity change and then stop one batch and start the next. Most of that functionality, though, is in the manual to show you how that is. It's more than what this course is really involved with. Okay. Your batch stack, though, you can edit. We'll just do slot 1. Here, you give it an ID. Let's give it 1. Whether we want it receipt, an unofficial or unofficial batch. The product type, we're just going to use product 1 at the moment, which was crude. Give customer number and things like that if required. The batch quantity is the main thing we need, so we're going to give it 5,000. Your start quantity is the point before we start batching that has to pass through. Okay. And then you've got the top off. It's more for the PID control, so you can slow it down and things like that. Okay. As well as the flow rates, so you've got control over them, but that is setting up on the PID loops. Okay, and then hit save. Okay. If you wanted to now do in slot 2 something slightly different, we can say copy to slot 2. That's copied all the details in there, but then if we go into edit, we can now say, oh, actually wanted this one as product 2. Okay, but you could change the values or whatever, but the rest of the numbers have all kept the same. Okay, and apply changes. Identitometers, you would just take these from the identitometer certificate and enter the numbers there. Same for A and B. We've got the different variations, CDM, the 7835, they're a popular meter. Averaging, just ignore those for now, they're fairly standard functions. When you get to your stream, under your batching, it's ticked there for supervised. That literally means your station is going to tell the stream to open the valves if you've got valve control and control everything, so that it'll just work from there. You cannot, though, if this is ticked, run the batch directly from the stream. It is only control from the station. The rest of the features, linearization curves, they're just standard. You can have different curves though for a product 1, product 2, if needs be. Okay. And going down the rest of this, the other 2 streams are definitely the same. Okay. And the rest of your alarms, that's just a list of all the alarms within the box and everything like that. So just ignore those for now. Okay, and that covers nearly everything really to actually build a batch project. Just save it. The only thing really to have a quick look at is the report. If you go to the batch ticket, this will tell you how many tickets you're going to store, which is 20. And if you go to edit, come up and show you a basic batch ticket. So you've got the parts we ticked as delivery, receipt, ticket, official, unofficial. And if you do a recalculate of the batch, it will put a cross in there. And if it's accepted, it'll put a cross there. The rest of the details all the information there for your 3 streams, exactly what's been happening. Okay, and all these match to the Saudi Aramco's SAM standards. And that covers virtually everything.